again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Planet Tyro's podcast, which has no name, just a podcast with Donald Wonder and
yo, the old boy, the Katface Killa.
Katface Killa. Yeah, oh boy, we're gonna go back. People, I didn't put up the original podcast. What happened was a couple of years ago we did a podcast where we were speaking about Ninja Scroll the series. We did it with another YouTuber from Hell Plus. What's his name? What's that guy's name again?
Billy.
No, not Billy.
Back of the face chin.
Miniman 44 from Hell Plus. You know who I am. And that guy, we was all laughing about Ninja Scroll, but for some reason we actually didn't have the discussion we were meant to have. And right now we're gonna go back, nostalgia review. We're gonna talk about Ninja Scroll, the original OVA movie that is well loved and popularized and acclaimed, and we're going to talk about Ninja Scroll, the TV series, and then we're going to briefly speak about Ninja Resurrection, which is really a lame excuse to relate to these two, which it really has nothing to do with. But
yeah, it has nothing to do with it. Why are we talking about Ninja Resurrection?
It's actually meant to be the main character from Ninja Scroll, but it is kind of not. It is kind of not. But I'll get into that in a bit. But what happened was, people, we were talking about Ninja Scroll, and Ninja Scroll is a classic anime movie that has been loved by many. It's one of the first anime movies I watched. Really cool, heavily violent, cool ninja action, and most agree, and I still agree, it's a really great movie. Now, we asked you, if you had seen it, and you said you'd watched the TV series at the time. And I said,
I watched it because you told me to watch the TV series.
Now, I told you to watch Ninja Scroll, and then you went and watched the TV series, the atrocious, heinous piece of shit TV series. We'll get to that in a minute. And you hadn't watched the movie, so all of us were aghast on that original podcast.
You guys just told me to watch Ninja Scroll. You didn't say anything about movie or television.
Okay, whatever. So you went back later, and then you were like, okay, I watched the movie now, and you want to talk about it, but by that time it was too late. So now you get your chance to talk about the movie, because I have a feeling you have a controversial opinion on this Ninja Scroll original movie. So we're going to do this bit by bit, and you're going to take the floor, Catface. Tell us, now you've seen the Ninja Scroll movie, did it live up to the hype? What did you think of the movie, and what's your opinions on it?
No. Okay, we're done.
No? What do you mean no?
No, I don't think it lives up to the hype, dude.
Oh shit. What happened? What happened, Catface?
Well, immediately after watching the television series, I watched the movie.
Right.
And this is, basically what I noticed is it's the television series condensed into a movie and better production. It looks prettier. That's about it. The storyline is not that great. It's there's like some big plot twist, air quotes, at the very end about some shadow figure trying to overthrow the government, and they're fighting over gold, which is not really that important. It's just a bunch of guys the main character Jubei has to fight, and he beats them with his sword Hadouken. There's one guy he doesn't beat with a sword Hadouken. That's it. Spoiler alert. Every single freaking person. I'm looking at the wiki page just for reminders, because this was like 3 or 4 years ago. The film was released in some regions as Jubei Ninpucho, the Wind Ninja Chronicles. If it was called that, I probably wouldn't have a problem with them running around doing a sword Hadouken.
Okay.
But the character is supposed to be based off of a folklore character named Yagyu Jubei, who did not run around sword Hadoukening people.
Okay, so first of all, this people listening might be a little bit irritated by Catface's opinion. Let me put this in context. Now, people, this isn't a review where I'm setting my buddy here up to just blast him about he didn't watch it at the time and it's old and blah blah blah. Which to be honest with you, you gotta put this in context that this was anime when this first came out. I watched this when I was very young. We all had nostalgia, rule of cool glasses on, and at the time this looked really cool, and even you admitted this still looked very nice even by today's standards, which is fine. But if you put it in context, can you see from a younger age why it was held so much? Or are you still going to be very critical and say, no, it still doesn't make any sense?
You're free to have your own opinions, dude, but think about who we're talking to now. I mean, you're talking about 10, 15 years ago. We're talking to people now. Look what they have to compare this movie to in terms of anime.
Yeah.
It's a lot different now. Back then, it stood out because it was super violent. The storyline was so-so, but all the anime back then, most of their storylines were so-so like this. And the action, even though I couldn't complain, he wins by being a one-trick pony. The action's not that bad, other than the fact that he kills everybody with his little weird sword wind blade thingy. but it's just now you compare it to stuff that's out. I mean, does it in your even without your nausea, or I mean, with them on, with your nostalgia glasses, does it stand out that well?
Really? No, not really.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so I didn't watch this when I was a kid. I watched this a few years ago because you guys said we want to review this. Fucking check this out, and then I watched the wrong thing.
Hey, and that's cool because I know some people watch Akira say they don't think it's the greatest anime of all time either. So
Oh my god, you must want to kill them.
no, not really, because it's all about perspective and it was all about seeing things at the time. Like some people watch the old Terminator movie and think that's a piece of shit, and
It is a piece of shit.
and watch Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines and say it's a masterpiece. So we have to put these things in context of when people are seeing it and how they are at the time. So when you watch Ninja Scroll, it actually didn't blow my mind when you said it was shit. I just thought, oh well, you know, maybe you saw at the time it feel differently, but in the grand scheme of things, it is, to me, it's not a big deal. But the only big deal to me is that you watch the series first, because I feel like the series is worse than the movie.
Oh yeah, no. The series is because we don't have the old archive footage. The series is clown shoes, okay? I think all of us universally said there's a clown shoe. Unanimously, we were all like clown shoes, clown shoes, clown shoes.
And to be honest with you, just think of it from our perspective. It backtracked. 5 years later, it was actually worse. A TV series, which should have better production because digital animation stuff, is actually worse than one movie. It's disgusting, and such a acclaimed, and the story in the Discord TV series is really out. Ugh. So this is probably going to be a shorter recording than people were expecting, but I'm not really surprised by your opinion. And to be honest with you, I wanted you on here because it really is interesting to see how expectations, because I don't know if people hype the movies for you to a point where you watch it, you were just deflated. Like, is that it?
No. Nope, not at all.
Okay. Well,
it's just fresh off the television series. I couldn't help but notice how similar they were. It's like I said. It actually is not that the action's not that bad. It's very pretty. I mean, but overall, I mean, it's just not a super strong bundle. It's just watchable, average to me. You know what I mean? It looks pretty. The action's kind of okay if you can ignore the fact that he only has one move that he kills everybody with. And that's about it.
I find your opinion even just funny to me. Hey man, I'm actually impressed that you, the very critical guy, are giving it even an okay and praising it to some extent. That's even, I think that just shows how well it is from a younger perspective. Back in the day, that kind of equates to how amazing we thought it was back then. If you think it's okay now in that perspective, but yeah, I can't speak for you. I'm just trying to do some kind of equivalent.
Well, I do think it does have a couple scenes that are really neat. I mean, if you ignore the storyline, you're just like, I want to fucking see ninjas, okay? Show me some fucking ninjas. This is Ninja Scroll. It's not that bad. You got guys with weird powers. There's this one chick that has like tattoos. They start moving. It's really like actually psychedelic. Even it looks really good. He has he does have one action scene that's like, okay, I'm glad I watched this for this. He's fighting like this blind swordsman in a bamboo forest. That's fucking good.
Yeah.
I like that fight scene a lot.
Yeah. Well, there you go. So let's move on to the last part.
Oh shit.
There was this other related movie called Ninja Resurrection. Now I'm gonna say related with the super giant caveat that on the DVD cover it used the same font, the main character in the story is the same name, is designed the same, and is based on the same folklore characters that Katface pointed out to us, but the storyline is a convoluted piece of hurricane mess that I can't even comprehend. On top of that, and we're not going to actually get into it because this is one of those times I'm going to refer you to another video. BENNETT the Sage on YouTube, a very popular anime YouTuber, did an amazing breakdown video on why this is one of those animes that is so bad you need to see it.
Is that the guy whose nose kept bleeding during the review?
Yeah, he got no. I think.
Okay. I saw that video, so maybe I could comment on this too. I mean, I guess that makes me kind of an expert on something I've never seen.
Yeah.
It sounded so fucking... Was the guy on acid when they made this? I mean, I know it's based off of something that actually happened in history, but I think they took a lot of liberties.
It was, some of this shit, I can't even reimagine some of this. It's just, people, it's so bad. I don't say so bad it's good, it's so bad. If you watch BENNETT the Sage's review and then watch it, you'll like it. If you watch it on its own, you will just be perplexed. So on whole, the Ninja Scroll series, I want to leave on a question. I think it's only watch the movie. That's my opinion. Only forget about the TV series, forget about Ninja Resurrection. Only watch the movie. And do I want to see this series rebooted or redone? They should redo the movie. I think it could be done a lot better with today's action. Maybe a slightly altered story. I think so, but if they never did it, I really wouldn't care. But just someone asked me, would I want to see? And as for a TV series, don't bother, because I really don't care for the characters. After what I saw them do with the TV series prior, no thanks. Just do another movie, because I still think it's a classic anime movie that might deserve a reboot, like they did with Ghost in the Shell. But that's just my opinion.
What's your rating, though?
The movie for me is hard. Because actually, even when I saw it back in the day, it wasn't my favourite anime movie of all time. It's always been Akira. And even Cyber City is another OVA that I loved more. At the time, it was a first class, but even now, there's things about it that's just meh. And there's better movies and ninja movies, like the Rurouni Kenshin movie. So I would give it a solid B, even for today's standards, I would say.
That's pretty high praise. I don't know, you love ninjas, maybe you should check it out. I mean, the main guy technically ain't even really a ninja compared to the other guys.
Much better ninja stuff out now. There's been way better ninja stuff out. We've even reviewed Shiguri, which is another crazy ninja story, which is very weird. But the action,
I don't know if that's really a ninja story. I mean, they're supposed to be samurai.
Oh, so okay, I'm confusing things then. Maybe then Basilisk, but
Basilisk, yeah, I think Basilisk heavily influenced my perspective on this.
Fair enough. All right, people, we'll leave it there. Actually, give your rating before we exit this conversation.
I did. I said the movie was watchable. I mean, if it's really your thing, you should probably check it out. If you're looking for something that you don't have a lot of free time, it's probably something you can pass on. The television series already says clown shoes. Don't even fucking bother that shit. Yeah. And then the Ninja Resurrection, which isn't even technically related to it. I guess if you have a lot of free time, you just want to see what's bad out there. Maybe it's so bad you might be amused by it. Check it out. At least that's what Bennett the Sage said. I mean,
check out Bennett the Sage's review at the minimum, because that is one of those funny, angry video nerd type-esque reviews that just makes you laugh and make you want to watch a show. But I actually wouldn't watch a show without watching that review first, which I know is very weird, but take my advice, guys. It's much more enjoyable if you watch it that way.
I wouldn't know. I didn't watch it. I'm not going to watch it.
Don't. Alright, people, so if you want to contact the old boy, you can get him at his Twitter at _oldboy. I got 9 followers. Nice. Be one of them. Nice. And you can follow us also at Planet Tyro. Leave a comment down in the comment section below if you've seen this classic anime classic. Also, hit that like button and follow the channel. Subscribe. And we want to say thank you for watching. And until the next one, Katface Killa is going to say, comment our shit. Now get out of my house. Peace out.